after the rebellious activity, yeah, they hang all the robots there, and the police found out that Igor is one of the culprits. So that's how the episode goes.
Yeah. I start to remember. So usually I just complaining that when we postpone a week, I forget everything about the previous series.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm flicking. What's scrolling through the synopsis?
Yeah, that happens.
Can we say that it's skimming through the synopsis or something?
Yep, skimming, perusing, reviewing.
Yeah. Okay, we will figure out, I think. Okay, hello Angel, hello Mira. Correct me if I mispronounce your names or something. And we have 2 minutes more. And it's good when you join early because we can always check your microphone, to say hello and everything. It helps. Mira, can you say something? Just check your mic. You can say hello.
Hey guys.
Hi, Angel.
Hey guys. How you doing? It's been such a long time.
Yeah. So last time it was a book class, right? I remember.
Mhm.
It was
I
something.
miss this group so much.
Yeah.
Because totally threatened us to remove us from this group, we decided to take a step and try to make time for this movie club.
Nice. And if you want to talk, you can write in the chat. I can see the chat, or you can raise your hand. Do you know how to do it in Zoom? So there is a button somewhere.
Yeah, I think at the bottom there's a reaction button.
Okay, let me try to.
Yes, besides the participant. You just click on your name and just raise a hand.
Usually, have you seen this option? Recognize hand gesture in Zoom. So
Yeah,
let's say,
you can set it so that when you raise your hand on the screen, it'll recognize that. I haven't tried it.
okay, I just switched it on.
Did it work?
Not yet, maybe. Maybe it doesn't work on me. Shaima, can you please raise your hand just to check if you don't have a camera? Okay.
Yeah, they don't have
Shaima.
cameras, so that won't do any good for our case. Our cameras are turned off.
Yeah, but it works. Okay.
Yeah, but how you did it? You clicked on the
Right.
reaction button or
Is there a
just
point
Reaction,
in the
yeah.
voice?
Reaction button.
Okay, what about raising? Doesn't work.
One click.
One.
Click it.
Let me see. I have this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this artificial intelligence needs to be, improved. Well, what about you?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work. Right?
I can see emojis, but I think it doesn't work.
Okay. Okay. So we are ready, I think.
I think they work, right?
Yeah, reactions works, but there is a new kind of opportunity to recognize gesture, so you can just raise your hand, but it doesn't work for me at all. Why? Okay, let's be punctual. Is it right? Usually punctual.
Punctual.
Punctual. Okay, let's be punctual. Let's start it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm starting recording. I'm not sure. Is it recording or not? Says nothing.
Yes, it's recording. I see.
Okay, hello. Welcome to our movie club again. So today we continue with the series Better Than Us. Well, who is better than us?
Robots?
Robots. Robots are better than us. Today it's episode 4, and we have a full class of full hand of participants. Can I say so?
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, let me count. So I have to eat my head. Oh, do we have a head? Do you know what does mean? I have to eat my head.
No.
Sergey, do you know what does mean?
Not.
If I'm right, teacher will correct me. But eating my head, it means to recognize my mistake publicly. Is it correct?
Yeah.
So when,
Yes, yeah.
so when teacher Lee says that we need at least 8 participants, I told him it's impossible, right? It's not doable at all.
No, you have to eat a tie.
Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 more than expected.
It's a record, I think.
Probably it's historical maximum of this movie club ever.
Yeah.
So, Lo, for the next time, please prepare ahead, and I will eat it online. Okay, so Better Than Us, episode 4, and let's go with the questions. So we have a synopsis in the chat, and we have prepared questions, so we have answer. And we are not here just to answer the questions, right? We have an opportunity to ask own questions if needed, right? To ask for clarification or something if you don't understand. So we are here to discuss the movie, to understand more about the movie. Don't restrict yourself in asking something if you want to, right? So we are not like strictly we should not strictly go with these questions and not a step aside. It's not a goal. Okay, let's start with the question number 1. Shaima, please, could you help us?
How does Nikolai, Georgy's dad, end up in the hospital? Nikolai walks the streets searching for his bot, Alex, and finds it hanging by its neck, lynched style. So he got shocked, and he has heart attack and falls to the ground, and then go to the hospital.
Right. So he sent his bot to the pharmacy, right, to get some kind of medication.
Yeah.
And because his grandson, right, stole the
Make
bot.
this crime, yeah.
What a nice grandson, right? After all.
He was imprisoned after that.
Bobo, if I send you if I be old and send you for pharmacy, please get me some medication, or I can end up in the hospital.
No, your son want to do such bad crime like that.
Okay, so it's understandable. Let's go to the number 2. Salma, could you please help us with number 2? You're muted somehow. Angel, maybe you? Can you help us with question number 2?
Okay, sure. What does Georgie find in the amusement park, and what does he do with it? He found his falcon jacket was hidden in the merry-go-round in one of the ponies. Then he took it and burned in a secluded area. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of amusement we can see in this amusement park? How we call this, horses on the circle.
Did you say? Amusement? It's for children, because I can see only just, children rides different children rights.
Yeah, I like the name merry-go-round.
Yeah. Did you used to play it once you were a kid?
Popular in America. Yeah.
Yeah, it's popular in many places. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next one, number 3. Ahmed, would you like it?
Yes.
Would
Okay.
you like to answer number 3?
Okay, I will try. So, actually, why did Arisa make Georgie play this game of hide and seek with the jacket? Okay. Um. Actually, I don't know what it Arisa want to make about the jacket, but what I want that she want to help him to burn this jacket, who is the evidence of the crime.
Yeah, but so jacket was an evidence for the crime. You are right. So
Yeah.
it works against Georgie, right? So Arisha wanted to hide it, right? So it's the one part. But another part.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Arisha, the robot, right? Bot wanted to hide the evidence to save the Georgie.
Yeah.
He is a user, right? of her, right? A primary user of her. So, but why she put the jacket on this merry-go-round? Why she used this kind of place to hide the jacket? What do you think?
No, I don't know really.
Remember, it was a puzzle at the apartment. She said, here's a card. What's this mean? We'll go there and find out. So she's playing a game with him. So the question is, why is she playing this game? Why didn't she just say, I found your jacket, I put it there, you need to go burn it? But she didn't do that. She was playing a children's game with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But she saw the video.
She saw a video. Yeah.
It was a
she wants Georgie as well to reminisce about the old days spent with the kids.
Reminiscing. That's the key. She had seen a video of him being happy, playing with his kids on the merry-go-round.
This is smart thought.
Yep.
Usually, what would be a good name for this recording? So, family recordings, family history, or something?
Just a family video.
Family video. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But I've noticed also. Sorry. I just want to say, I've noticed also, Arisa also tried to develop, something about family, relationship when she saw the video. So she tried to learn about the bond of family.
Yeah, exactly. So
she's smart.
Yes, smart, or we can say programmed, right? To program it to recreate the situation when people are happy, right? So I see you happy when you drink coffee, I bring you another cup of coffee.
Exactly, yeah.
Something like this.
She's doing what mamas do. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to number 4 about Kirill. Salma, would you like to?
Yeah, I'm sorry for the last one, but I had some problem with the mic. I can't unmute it.
No problem.
Okay, so number 4, what happens to Carol, the liquidator, in jail for killing about
owner? Owner should be owner. Yeah, my fault.
Owner, yeah. So there's someone that has helped him to escape and put up under the blanket instead of him. Yeah.
Under the blanket, yeah. So how he managed to escape the jail? What do you think?
I think that there is a soldier or someone of the police that helped him.
Yeah, so there are good words that teacher Liv wrote in the chat, right? Corrupt and bribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Good words to know. Okay, so it's clear, I think. Number 5. Whoa, could you please?
Number 5. How does the police ultimately prove that Igor is the one who stole Alex and removed his chip? Because when there was a group of these liquidators, there was a drone flying there, and the drone had a camera, and Igor showed his chip,
Robot chip.
To the camera.
Do you think it's too smart?
No.
But it's not only that. Do you remember that Igor had this amulet after all, right? And when police came to his house, he also had this amulet, right? Yeah, necklace. Yeah, necklace with chip. So I think it's a very stupid behavior, right? If you have an evidence,
We have two evidences that Igor's face is 46% match with the head in the video, and also the blood, the DNA was a match.
Yeah,
was found inside the broken
Can you hear me?
Yep,
so
exactly.
there are two evidences. Yeah.
So the video, the face match was only 65%. That was not enough for court.
Evidence. Yeah.
But the blood, he had blood when he had blood inside the robot. And that's what convicted him. That was proof that he was the one that took the chip out. Yeah.
I don't think that it's a 100% evidence. Also, because it was a family boat. So do you remember Father Grigory? He tried to say it. It's our family boat. Anything can happen.
But also, I think because of the necklace that he hangs on his neck, that has the same shape of Alex.
Yeah. Georgie's argument was it's a family bot, blood on the outside, no big deal. That could happen easily. But they said, well, this blood was on the inside of the robot.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of made it more convincing.
Yeah, it's more convincing, but still not 100%, right? So I can say, I got hurt when I tried to. The bot was getting broken all the time. I tried to repay him or something. So it's not 100%, but two evidences itself,
Nah, it's not like he opened a little compartment. He smashed the front of the robot and made the edges sharp. And then he reached in and took the chip out and cut himself. Nah, that's pretty convincing to me.
But it's exactly the way how I repair my laptop,
It's already broken. It's already broken and it's out of whack. I mean, the box itself, so it's useless. Even if they hang it down, it's useless, right? Because it's multifunctional all the time.
But the face match and the blood and the necklace around his neck.
I mean, because they're crying.
Yeah.
The evidence.
Pretty much 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the idea of the police work, right? So sometimes police never had 100% evidence. Sometimes they have to combine, and they have some kind of mathematic mess up algorithm, right? To say if I have 5 evidences, each of them 20%, but it's unlikely that you are a random person, right? So it's highly unlikely.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move to the next one. There's Sergey and Vasant and others who just joined it. If you want to talk, just use reactions. Raise your hand so we will know that you are ready to answer. So number 6. Nesma, would you like to answer number 6?
Yeah, sure. Describe what happens in Nikolai's hospital room between Nikolai and Georgie, and later between them and the police who arrived. So they had a kind of tough conversation between a father and a son. Looks like Georgie used to work here at the hospital as a real doctor, I would say. He used to save lives. And for some reason, we don't know yet, he quit his job or something. So the father was disappointed somehow. And they had a, quarrel maybe. That's before the police arrived. When the police arrived, they showed Nikolai a video of the liquidators while hanging his bot, Alex. He wanted to see if he could recognize any of the liquidators, and they really could know that his grandson was there. So the police detective, I don't remember his name, what was his name? I don't know.
Igor, the boy, Igor.
Varlamov.
Yeah.
Varlamov.
Yeah, thank you.
The bot was Alex.
Yeah, the guy that said he could read the faces of humans rather than bots.
Varlamov.
Yeah, he could read that on their faces, and he knew that they could see someone they know. That's why he started to search and dig. Yeah.
Desma, what do you think about this episode? Is it important for the story? This scene, I mean.
Yeah, I think so, because there is a plot twist here, which is Igor is getting arrested. So this is going to make a problem with the wife, the ex-wife, and also this is going to show the importance of Arisa, because now she could find the son, she could help Georgie to get rid of his enemies and stuff like that. So now we can see the real face of Arisa, and also how deep the problems of Igor are, because Igor is really a bad character. I don't know, this is the problem of his age, I suppose. Teenager.
Yeah, what was important for me, that before this scene, we didn't understand why the father of Georgie is not happy about him, right? And before that, we saw Georgie like a misfit, like something, someone low quality doctor, someone, an unlucky one, unskilled one, so just a misfit. And now we understand that it was not always be so, right? So he had to be a successful doctor, he had to be in position of saving lives, and now we understand why his dad is not unhappy about his career, right? You're just a coroner now. Why? So I think it started a new arc of the story, new subplot, right? We're going to learn something from this. It's my impression.
Yeah, why was he a successful doctor and he quit? Why did this happen? Yeah.
He said I was made to, or something. I was forced.
Yeah, I was forced.
Maybe they didn't pay him much, so that's why he quit.
No, there was something that changed everything, that he failed as a husband, failed as a doctor, he quit everything, damaged relation with his father. I don't know. Looks like something like this.
Yeah, Sergey, would you like to add something or next question?
Next question.
Please.
Describe the interview between Alexei and his daughter Svetlana in national TV. Svetlana is a famous interviewer in the national TV, and she has a own show, and she invited Alexei, who is father of Svetlana, and they argued about bots, about future, and Alexei informs that all people in the future will work only 25 years, and after 25 years they will have an vacation or a pension time. But Svetlana didn't agree with this, and they have argue about it, and after switch off the camera for the advertising, they had a conflict because Alexei told Svetlana, you have to birth a grandson for me. It's your big deal. It's not a show. You have to birth a grandson. And Svetlana answered, please have to solve this problem without witnesses. Not I don't think about witnesses. You have to do what I want. And we have the conflict between fathers and children. It's a it's a permanent conflict for each generation because they have the private conflict, they have a common conflict, and they had to solve this problem via interview. But the most important thing from this interview for me was the information about the future. The old people have to go from their job after 25 years. But from our time, we could see it's a good idea. Wow, okay, it's after 45 years, when I will reach 45 years, I will go to the rest. Not you will go rest without money and without pension, in my opinion.
Yeah, we discussed this a little bit on the last session, right? So is your early retirement good or bad, right? So, and we decided it's good if you still have, you know, something in your life to stick to, if you have enough resources, enough motivations, enough everything. But if you just feel like you are useless right after this, so it can ruin your life, right? So yeah, and it's I have seen examples. Like when people after retirement, they cannot find their place in the life. So they start to, you know, to drink alcohol, or, you know, to spend time in the front of their TV or something. So we need to think about motivation as well. And money is important part. Money is important part, right? So I would like to travel, let's say, but I have to have resources for this. You cannot travel if you have pensions like 100 euro.
Why did Alexei, I think his name, wants a grandson? Can't his daughter inherit him instead?
It's a society thing. The men always become king. The men always inherit power. In China, remember China's one-child policy? What did they do? They killed baby girls because they wanted a baby boy to carry on the family name. Remember, in American culture anyway, the name, the family name, when two people marry, the man's name is what the family takes forward. So if you've got a girl, if the girl's name gets lost, so if you have a girl, she's going to get married and your family name is going to disappear. But if you get a boy and he gets married, your family name continues into the future. It's all about vanity. Yeah.
I think it's kind of a cultural thing, right? A traditional thing as well. So we consider marriage like not really equal, right? So when your girl getting married, you kind of lose her, right? So she belongs to another family now. When your boy getting married, you are just, you know, raise your family. And so it's really different. But I have another question for you. So please, what do you think? What was the reason for this talk show? So were they trying to convince people in something, or what was the motivation for the show? Sergey?
I think it was a promotion of a new generation of robots, new era for robots, for changes people, because Alexei companies, Kronos, wants to share a lot of new generation of robots for government. They want to have money from government for selling these robots for them, for policemen, for nurses, for other types of people change. I think it was a cause.
So it was a kind of PR, right? PR thing. So it's kind of advertisement, right? So do you think it's a good idea to go to the show of your daughter to make advertisement? Will people believe this?
Yeah. It looks like a conflict of interest.
Yeah, for me as well. So if I see, some kind of senator, making interview with his daughter, I'm getting suspicious, So get another interviewer, someone who can ask you real questions, not.
I like it, guys. I like it, guys. Once she put his father in a hot spot and embarrassed him in front of public.
Yeah,
So
he
really
didn't expect that. Yeah, he didn't expect that. What are you doing? I'm being fair. They're normal questions.
Yeah, she's right. But guys, once they are forcing early retirement, right? What about the human beings? Are they gonna pay them while they are sitting at home doing nothing?
Yes.
How can they survive?
It's cheaper to pay people to stay home and do nothing, so you can replace all of them with robots.
But robots are slow, sluggish. They're slow, aren't they?
If you let these people keep working, the more they work, one, you're paying them for medical insurance and other costs, and two, the more they work, the more you pay them when they retire. So by retiring them early, their payments are smaller.
That's true. Pension, I think we call it. Pension?
Yeah, the pension is smaller if you make them retire early. Yeah.
Okay, but supposing that it's malfunction, what are they gonna do? The robots.
Oh, they got thousands. They got thousands of robots. They just throw it away and put a new one there.
No, what if they become aggressive and attacks human being? They might strangle us and kill us in the process.
Well, they believe that robots can't be violent by programming. Robots are guaranteed they can't harm a person. Remember the 3 laws of robotics.
Yep.
They can't harm a human, so they're not worried about robots everywhere. That's why That's why Arisa is so important. If anyone learns that she killed a human, then suddenly the whole world will fear robots.
Yeah, exactly. There are many points why Arisa is important. First of all, to present this new series of robots, and then, to hide her nature, her aggressive nature. Yeah. Okay, and let's remember one thing. So let's remember from this scene that Svetlana has a son, right? We will return to this a little bit later. Okay, number 8. Salma, would you like to cover number 8?
Yeah. Describe how Maslow has solved the problem of demonstrating the superpowers to act and that he created another bot which looks like Arisa, and he called it Arisa 2. And also he explained that this Arisa 2 is actually brainless and is being remotely controlled by his assistant Kataya, that she can control Arisa anywhere because of and that is a good wireless internet connection.
Yeah, but was it a real replacement?
Yeah.
Was it a real replacement, like full, scale replacement for Arisha, or it has some kind of?
Just kind of.
Well, she said
Katya.
Yeah. Yeah, she mentioned Katya, so a human operator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katya. So she this robot is brainless. She cannot do what Arisa 1 can do. Just she needs someone else to move her or to act or to make her act.
What do you think about this solution? Isn't it a brilliant solution for the show?
I think it's a fast solution. It's a fast solution, a rapid solution, just to save the problem, to solve this problem. Also, only.
Yeah, they got to do a
by the way, it's an
demonstration.
intelligent one.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
and it's an intelligent one, by the way.
yeah,
He can't find Ariza, so I create another Ariza.
yeah. It's a good temporary solution. Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and I like the kind of innovation, right? So they found a way to solve the problem for demonstration, even
Yeah,
this
yeah,
ridiculous
and
way.
Vic also is very happy about that. Even he knows it's not the real Ariza, but it's okay. He solves his problem.
Yeah, Angel, 1 second, please. I just wanted to ask you, do you know this kind of a motto? Fake it until you make it. Have you heard about it? It's a very popular in the world of startups.
I love it.
So sometimes,
Yeah, it's fake.
sometimes
It's
you
fake,
have
but
to. Sometimes you have to check
yeah.
your product. So can I sell this product or not? So sometimes they pretend they made something and try to sell it. And if they sell, they say, okay, there is a market for this product. And they start to invent it. But if they cannot sell,
Yeah,
they just said, we had a problem with industry production or something. So just get your money back. We are not going to do
yeah. Yeah, Vic is searching for another work or another job. So really, he saves him.
This is actually how Microsoft got started. Bill Gates promised a service that he didn't have yet. And when he got a contract, he said, oh, crap, we've got to develop this quick.
Yeah, okay, we need another Katya, to sort your file system.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
Angel,
does seem to me? I just want to inquire about a question. What does umpteenth time? I think umpteenth, if I'm not mistaken. Umpteenth, right?
So what? Umpteenth?
Umpteenth, yes, time. I think. Let me just write it down.
Umpteenth is it's a made-up word that means a huge number. For the millionth time.
Ninth time, you say?
Huh? It's
nth time. Nth time, like.
What?
Let me write that down.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Umpteenth time. You said umpteenth time.
Yeah, it's a made-up word. 13, 14, 15, 19, umpteen. Umpteen is a huge number.
Numerable? Like numerable number?
Nth time, yeah. It just means a large number, many, many times.
How can you use it? Can you give me an example? How can I use it?
For the umpteenth time, I just did. That's how we use it.
Just for exaggeration, right?
Yeah. It's hyperbole. It's exaggeration.
Hyperbole. Yes.
Yeah, it's something like, I told you umpteen times, let's start on time.
I was about to say the same example, Ivan. Okay.
For the millionth time is for the umpteenth time. Same meaning.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, let's move forward. Ahmed, would you like to answer number 9?
Okay, Ivan. Describe how Georgie learns where Igor is. Actually, Ariza offers to use the internet to help Georgie to get his son, and she located Igor and gives Georgie the direction and the exact location for his son.
Yeah, I was impressed how good Arisha is in all these technologies, right? So she is smarter than her owner. It's very, very convenient. Yeah, but she's smart in many regards, right? She knows more about law, about how to interact with police, about how to use internet, how to find the evidences. So it's crazy, right?
Remember previously. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry, teacher. Okay.
Go ahead.
Actually, yes, Ariza's very skilled report, and she's we can say that she's sophisticated report. She is educate the family and educate the feeling, and she is very smart report. That's all.
Remember, previously he hated robots.
Mhm.
And when he first saw Arisa, he hated her. What's this damn robot doing in my house? But slowly, she's protecting his family. So his attitude towards her is changing.
Yeah. Give me a smart robot, and I will fall in love. So- if she can work, my job. If she can do my job. So I will be much
Take care
appreciated.
of the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, raise the kids.
Yeah. Okay, let's move forward. Number 10, Shaima, would you like to?
Describe what happens when Georgie goes to botnet to collect eggs and bring him home. Yeah, he drives to botnet, but two hoodlums intimidate him and tell him to get lost. Igor himself refuses to go with him until Burrs orders him to go with his dad. And Georgie wanted, of course, to chastise and blame his son for being stupid enough to wear such incriminating evidence like a ship necklace. He ordered Igor to take off this necklace and put it in his bucket.
Yeah. I also like it. I don't know, have you noticed it or not? I also like it, this immediate change of the mood of Igor when police came. So before that was just a bad guy. So I don't want you, Dad, go away. When police came, he said, "Oh, okay, maybe I need some help from my dad now." So it was a kind of, I liked this actor game. It was believable.
Yeah. But the son is still under control of the liquidators, not his dad.
Yeah.
Hoodlums, means what? Aggressive or something? Or criminal?
Who was aggressive, Anjo?
Is it
Aggression.
hoodlums, I guess?
Like
Oh,
bodyguard.
Hoodlums, yeah. Hoodlums.
Yes, hoodlums.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
liquidators are hoodlums, basically, right? They're mobsters. They're evil.
Yeah. Not a good company, I would not happy if my boys play, with this company.
So any criminal person, I can call them hoodlums? Like gangster or something?
Mobsters.
A hoodlum's a troublemaker.
I thought it just was about, those bulky, those who have, strong body or something. Bulky
Nah,
body.
yeah, a hoodlum's just a troublemaker.
Okay.
Yeah, just a troublemaker.
Can I call students hoodlums, or does it work?
You only if they behave very badly.
Yeah, misbehaving.
Yeah, they would have to be very bad. No, a hoodlum makes trouble. They vandalize, they steal, they beat up people. Violence. Hoodlums usually commit violence
Oh, I got it. Yes.
of some kind, or vandalism. They destroy property or they commit violence. So students normally don't get that bad. I hope.
Okay. Let me speed up a little bit. So, Salma, would you like, please, number 11?
Yes, okay. Describe the confrontation between Vadim and Georgie in the hallway outside his apartment. Vadim tells Georgie that certain guys wants Arisa. He threatened him and asked him to think about his kids and return it back to Kronos. But Georgie refused to cooperate.
We can do it the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
Yeah, so he chose the hard way, I think.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Nesma, would you like to take 12?
Yeah, sure. What does Arisa do when she learns that Vadim and some bad people are threatening Georgie up to the point where they meet Gleb? I love this part. This part shows that she's so smart. She's really smart. She pretends she can think critically of problems that has not yet happened. She can feel that there would be some problems. Some people are tracking her. She wanted to meet them away from the house, not telling her owners. She's going to finish them up and come back clean. That was awesome. She even had to fake some smiles and to pretend that she's kind and obedient. And she said, okay, take me to my real owners. I want to meet them and stuff like that. When she and he, the man, what was his name? Vadim. Vadim thought that Georgie sent her because she was so obedient. Okay, take me to them. Wow, that was so awesome from her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem of being not authorized user, right?
Yeah, he wanted to say, let's stop by my place and have a little sex before we go there. She said, no, that's not going to happen. Darn
She
it.
was speaking so peacefully. In other contexts, she would finish him up, right?
Yeah.
By her common, action, holding their necks and just.
So she knew that she couldn't kill him yet. She had to wait until she met someone else. Yeah.
Isn't she awesome?
Yeah. Very, very cute. Yeah.
Okay. Number 13, Angel, could you please?
Sure. What are two things in the episode does Allah, I guess, that's her name, see on the surveillance cameras in George's apartment that alarmed him? She noticed that Risa and Sonia are making a good relationship. And yeah, because they were cooking together, so she felt kind of jealous. And also, she saw Georgie is packing up and asked his kids also to pack up. So she was afraid to lose her kids, and Georgie might take the custody from her.
Oh, jealous woman, watch out.
Don't blame her, she's mom.
Yeah, but she's mom who is manipulating, using her children, right? So it's I would not, color this in only white, some kind of gray zone to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Sergey, would you like to take 14?
Describe what happens at dinner time between Victor and Svetlana. And Victor and Svetlana had a cold relationships during this dinner, and they silence conflict between them, and they have a wine, a pair of glasses, and suddenly children started crying, and Svetlana moved, and we can see we could see a small blondie boy, and Svetlana hacked him, and he had a problem with the leg, I understand. And this time Victor invited Gera. Gera, please give me vodka. What type of vodka do you prefer? Give me vodka. Okay, I don't understand. And he drank vodka, and he came to Svetlana. And how I understand, this small boy, it's a copy of a real boy who died in the past. And he's a bot, he's a robot. It looks like Pet Cemetery by Stephen King, when they started to be alive, their animals and children. And it's a conflict because, as I understand, Svetlana has some mind damages, and Victor wanted to help her maybe earlier, but now he give up. He
Gave up.
up and he stopped to help her. That's why they have cold relationships. That's why they can't to build a new level of relationships.
Well, Svetlana was mentally unstable before, right? We have seen this. So they mentioned it with discussions with her father. So she was mentally kind of damaged, right? Now we understand why. So probably she lost a son. We don't know how yet, right? She has got this replacement, and this replacement is, malfunctioning. It's not a real boy still, and. So we learn a lot about her, right? And probably about Vic motivation as well, right? So probably Vic, I don't know, probably he's trying to manipulate all the situation, so he can, by building these bots, by maintaining these bots, he can take his position, I think, hold his position in the family and corporation.
I remember the moment when a small boy closed only one eye.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an old generation of bots. It's a not new model.
Teacher Lee, please.
Yeah, so I was going to say that maybe the reason that she doesn't want to have another baby for her dad is she's afraid it will die also. And she doesn't want to go through the pain of losing another child. So she'd rather have a robot child than risk going through that trauma again. We don't know, but maybe that's why they're having trouble having another child for the dad, right? Maybe because she doesn't want to. We're not sure yet why, though. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, but it's a common kind of thing, right? When people try to avoid repetition of unpleasant patterns. So it's a common thing. So it's a very, I think, possible, very, very possibility of this behavior, of the reasoning. Yeah. Okay, number 15, Shaima, please.
Okay. 15. Describe what happened when Georgie is ready to leave to take the family to Nikolai summer home and to discover that Igor has escaped the apartment via a window. Yeah, okay. When Georgie is ready to leave, he goes upstairs to fetch Igor and finds that he climbed out the windows and is on the ground walking away. He rushes downstairs and outside and chases Igor. Suddenly, the police car pulls up and blocks Igor's escape from the alley. And they arrest Igor for vandalism and show Georgie the police warrant this time, okay. And the blood DNA was a match, and it's 100%. Certain that Igor was the perp that stole Alex and removed the ship. And then Varmov says that Igor is once again wearing the same necklace around his neck, and it has and he read the slang Miranda rights. And he has no choice, of course, at this point, but to let them take his son for the situation for his mom, Ala. She feels angry and so sorry for her son, of course.
Do you know the origin of this Miranda rights? Why it's Miranda?
That was the name of a court case, Miranda versus the government. Well, you didn't tell me that I could remain silent. So that court case, the Miranda versus the U.S. government, that case is what determined that the police must tell the victim that they're arresting, that they can remain silent and don't have to speak without a lawyer. So we call them your Miranda rights. They have to tell you that you don't have to speak until you get a lawyer. And if you can't afford a lawyer, they will appoint a free lawyer for you.
Interesting. Well, you know, it's interesting. Maybe you don't realize this, but it's a really American cultural thing, you know. So in my country, a police officer does not have this, you know.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, protocol. So you're just arrested, that's all, you know. So there are nothing, no one will educate you what to do. It's interesting. Okay, and the last question for today, number 16. Lasans, would you like to? You are so quiet. I'm worried.
Oh, I'm here. Describe what happens after Vadim delivers Riza to Gleb. After he delivers Riza, she got the message she wanted to know, and who's behind them, the big boss who's trying to hurt the family of Georgie. So once she got that, she get rid of both of them in the end. Yeah, that's it.
What I liked about this scene, you know, Gleb, he's so hard guy, you know, hard and tough guy. So I expected, you know, he will confront the robot immediately or something. But he tried to escape, right? So he understands the real kind of power of the bot, right? And probably he's experienced guy, and he did not want these conversations. I don't know what the bot is.
Yep, she killed Vadim within like 1 or 2 seconds. Snap, Vadim's dead. Whoa, run away.
Yeah. Okay, that's all for today with questions. So if you have any questions about this episode, if you don't understand something, if you want to share, you know, your favorite line or something, it's time.
So what is the cliffhanger in this episode?
Yeah. What is cliffhanger? So do you understand what is cliffhanger? Well, do you know?
Yes.
What?
Some interesting parts to make you want.
That hooks you, right? So I cannot wait. Where is the next episode? You know, so he hold his gun and he point to the main actor. So what will happen, right? Something like this. Yeah. What was the cliffhanger of this episode? Sergey, what do you think?
For me, it's two cliffhanger. It's a situation between Victor and Svetlana, and with his boy, and we have to know their story. And the second cliffhanger was a conflict between Arisa and guy from Victor and Gleb. It's interesting because he killed immediately Vadim. It's the moment.
So Gleb shoots her.
I have more money.
Yeah, he
Risa gives me the impression. I mean, Risa gives me the impression that she's half a human, because she acts like, a way better than a human, even, right? Can you see how she fought them, and she's going back to Georgie and Sonia as well. So yeah, she's super smart.
Well, but you're forgetting how the movie ended. She killed Vadim. Gleb started running away, shooting at her. Bam, 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 bam. He jumps in his car and drives away.
She's bulletproof.
After him. She grabs the car. She busts the window. She goes inside the car. Bam, 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 bam. And mysteriously, the car's driving along, and it goes boom. Why did the car blow up? But the car blows up, and it goes into the air, and the car turns over, and smash, the car hits the ground. And that's the end of the episode. Is Gleb dead? Is Arisa dead? We don't know yet. That's the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the car blew up and crashed.
Yeah, I would like to see Gleb again. You know, I like this character. I would like to see how he is, you know, forming an army against the robot.
So the next episode has some interesting reveals.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all for the questions part. So usually, you know, for those who just joined us today, so we usually have another part that we try to describe some pictures, try to find something about mostly, you know, English related, right? So to name something that we don't know, to try to
says the
something.
protagonist, teacher, isn't it? Abri says that one of the protagonists. So I believe she's still alive.
Yeah, she's the protagonist.
Yeah.
Protagonist is the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
The bad guy is the antagonist.
Antagonist.
Okay, and because it's a Russian movie, the writings here is in Russian, so let me translate it. So the table, this kind of writing say, thanks to robot for his job, for his work, something like this. So it's actually, there is nothing bad written. It says, thank you, bot, for your work.
Ironic.
Yeah. Salma, would you like to describe this picture? What can we see here?
Yes, he is Alex, the bot, hanging over there. This is the first scene, I think, in this episode when George's dad sees this scene. Just he had a heart attack and fell to the ground.
I'll mention something. In America, if we've been in the military before, we're called a veteran. I've been in the military before, so I'm a veteran. I have prior military service. Sometimes we get small perks. We get like a little discount at a store if we're a veteran. So if we show proof that we're a veteran, the cashier, they always say, they're trained to always say, thank you for your service. So every time someone learns we're a veteran, you'll always hear someone say, thank you for your service. So this sign is basically saying, thank you for your service.
Yeah, it's close. It's very close. You know, another cultural thing, you know, I learned that in America, you call people veteran if they just served in the army, right? I know that in many parts of the world, veteran is someone who served and participated in some kind of battle action.
So it has two meanings. Are you a veteran or are you just a veteran? I'm just a veteran. I wasn't in a war. I wasn't wounded. I was just, so yeah, there's two meanings of veteran. Yeah.
And ironically, you know, in Russia, let's say, so you are getting discounts and some kind of different, I don't know what word for this. You know, for instance, if there is a queue for some service, a veteran can cut the queue. You know, it's like a kind of official. So you don't have to stay in the queue. So
yeah. We don't have that. Yeah.
Okay, let's move forward. Sergey, would you like this?
To be honest, I want to add about Easter egg previous picture, because thank you both for your job. It's Easter eggs to our very popular phrase now. Thank our grandfather for the victory. That meaning that our grandfather won in the Second War too, and some people put this phrase everywhere on their car. Thank for our grandfather for the victory. This is a similar meaning and the ironic to the bot, because we killed bot and we told him, your job is finished. Goodbye, boy.
Yeah, I see your point. You know, so when government try to raise patriotism, they put motto everywhere, right? So they put it like with any occasion we can see it. Thanks to our grandparents for the victory. You know, so it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah, they planted the trees that give us shade.
Yeah, exactly. Sergey, would you like to describe this picture?
It's a amusement park, and we can see the carousel with small horses and with a lot of lights. And this carousel for me, it's a step for next horrible consequences every time with these movies. If you can see the carousel with the lights, after that you can see the horrible moments.
Somebody always dies in the merry-go-round. Yep.
Yeah. And in front of carousel, you can see a boil device. We called it samovar, self boiling machine. And in the past we put some
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. So the color solution and some kind of decorations, it's made in national style, so it's on a kind of old national style, and it's hard to see this device. It's on the behind, close to the wall. We can see it in the shadow. It's a kind of special device to make tea. Obsolete now, and not used anywhere.
To make tea, okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Angel, would you like, please, to describe this one?
Me? Okay. It is when the investigators fled, and I just forgot the other name. What's the name? Varlamov, I guess.
Varlamov, yeah.
Varlamov went into the jail to see Kirillov. What his name? That liquidator. I just forgot his name.
Yeah, Kirill.
Kirill. Yes, and they found out he has already escaped, and there was a bot instead in the bed, and it was all just red herring to distract or mislead the police from the incident of hanging the robots.
Mm-hmm. In American movies, we normally put pillows under the blanket.
Yeah.
But here they put a robot, a little extra insult to injury.
Okay, I don't know why I know this, but I do remember that in Russian prison, in Russian jail, you cannot be covered totally by the what's the name? Blanket. You have to put a head outside and a hand, so you cannot pretend it's not a human here. So if you don't do this, if you cover, they kind of wake up you immediately. So the prisoners, so they wake up you.
So in the hijab, you have to cover your head, but in the Russian jail, you cannot cover your head.
Anti-hijab.
Yeah, anti-hijab, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mohammed, would you like to describe this picture if you want?
I ask if the time could be 1 hour later, because I am in work. I finish now. I finish my work.
Okay, he's at work right now.
I cannot assist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If it can be 1 hour later, it could be fine for me.
Yeah, I understand, but time zone are terrible, so it's very hard for us to shift it because it's always a compromise between many time zones. So it's not as easy thing to move it. Okay. Mira, would you like to describe this picture? To find something that you cannot name or ask us, or on opposite to teach us.
You say Mira?
Yeah, I can see Mira in the list of participants.
Mira, yeah.
She said she couldn't speak.
Okay. So I go down with my list. Shaima, would you like to?
Okay.
This is at botnet, and when Kirill thanks Bers for rescuing him from jail, and Bers tells him that he will take him to a safe location, but ordered him to forget his mom, even though she is ill, because the police may be watching her house.
Okay, what I can notice on this picture, so I can see empty bottles everywhere, right? So they probably drink a lot. I can see brick wall, right?
The life in the botnet, such liquidators can live in this place. Yeah.
Okay. So they've got junk around the area. It looks like a car seat at the left side.
Yeah, exactly. And what else? And when I see this haircut, you know, short haircut with some kind of green and rose and everything else, I see about, you know, protesting. Some.
Yeah, liberals like multicolored hair. Yeah.
Rebel.
Rebel, exactly.
Rebel, yeah, rebel.
Yeah, rebel.
And
Exactly.
that red thing is an oil drum, a 55-gallon oil drum.
Yep. We bums like to make fire in them, right? So
yeah.
they
in the apocalypse movies, yeah.
I have never seen this in action, but in the apocalypse movie always. That's why people in Russia like this picture and try to make the same on their summer houses. And they do it very creative way. You know, they make a hose to make a kind of a skull, you know, someone, and put a fire inside, and during the night you can see a fire face. It'd be funny.
That's funny.
Okay, let me keep some.
Actually, do we call a barrel or I mean drum? This container, a barrel.
A barrel is usually made of wood. A drum is made of metal.
Okay, Vova, what is happening now on this picture?
It is a place where the dead body is, and this is these are Varlamov workers. His assistant is also here, and they are checking something on their tablets.
Do you remember that we learned from this scene that Varlamov is not good with modern devices, right? His assistant made the work for him, right? And this is a criminal scene, right, teacher? So it was a place when a crime had place. It's a crime scene, right?
It's a crime scene, but you know, think about this. It just occurred to me just now. All of the dead bodies are covered by a sheet, right?
Yeah.
But these aren't humans. These are robots.
Exactly.
Why are we covering a robot with a sheet?
They treat them as humans, I think.
Yeah, funny. I would not.
Respect the pets.
I would not cover my vacuum cleaner with a sheet, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, who's the next one? Nesma, would you like to describe this one?
Yeah, was that in the hospital, right?
Yep.
When he was waiting to meet his father. Actually, I want to say something. There is one good thing about the future in this series, which is sons get notified when their parents are sick immediately, and with diagnosis. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So now he knows where exactly his father is and what exactly he is having, a disease or something.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's not happy being there, right? The hospital takes his shoes off.
waiting to see his dad.
I think because of the reason, the hidden reason that we don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but why he's taking off his shoes? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember this part, but
I think he was watching something in the television. He don't like it.
Yeah, it was an
about
advertisement.
the ventilators.
Yeah, it was an advertisement. Yeah, and he tried to shut it down with shoes.
Now, at the time, at the
Let's throw him in
time,
his shoe.
at the time, we didn't know why he hated the video.
Yes.
Remember, but now we know he used to work there as a doctor. I think the guy in the video was probably the guy that replaced him. So when he
Yeah,
saw
but-
the guy in the video, he threw his shoe at it to get rid of that guy's face.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
teacher Lee, I had another idea, you know. So you are sitting in this corridor for a long time, you know, and this advertisement start over again and again and again, like every 5 minutes, you hear the same thing again and again. So I would get mad of this. So I understand.
Could be.
That's right.
Okay. Salma, would you like to describe this picture?
Yeah, this is the situation when the police visited George's father to ask him about his robot or his bot Alex, and showed him some videos about some guys who wore masks. And also he showed him the video where Igor or which Igor holding the chip of Alex's, but he pretended not to know him. How I know him, and he's wearing a mask. But I think the police, his name is Valvom, I think.
Varlamov.
Yes, Varlamov. Didn't believe them.
Yeah.
He suspected that they hide something about him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he started to search.
What do you know how this wall decoration? It's not decoration. How this wall surface is called?
Is it ceramic? I don't know exactly.
Ceramic
Tile.
tile. Yep, like a bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's easy
common.
to clean.
Easy to clean. Yep. Sterile. Easy to keep sterile.
Yeah.
And I like this. Actually, wrote the name for this hold, this assist. How it's called?
A handle.
Handle. Yeah, it's very convenient, right? So if you have to, if you let's say damage heart, back or something, if you in pain, it can help you a lot.
I think that's really though to help him get out of bed.
Yeah.
You can grab it and pull your body up. It helps you get vertical so you can get out of bed. I think that's what it's for.
And it's adjustable, right? Actually adjustable, so I can put it lower if I want to.
It should be, but I don't see how this one is adjustable, but maybe it is. Maybe it has a roll of strap. Yeah.
Roll off, right?
A roll of, yeah.
Roll of step. Okay, thank you. Okay, another one, a talk show, right? Angel, would you like to describe this one?
Yes, sure. This is the interview of Rafinela, I think. I'm sorry because I am bad at pronouncing Russian name. Safinela.
Svetlana.
Svetlana. Okay, and her father, Alexei, I guess. And she put her father in a hot spot by by pointing out the limitation and the downside of his proposal, and she was playing the devil advocate, and she told him that forcing early retirement while those people are still vibrant, still energetic, so that will make them feel useless and not worthy in the society. And robots have no feeling, and it can't replace such kind of professions like doctor and teacher as well. Okay.
Yeah. How do you like this?
Sodium? Sodium.
Yeah.
It's a plain sodium, and there's 2 chairs or seats, and there's what we call them, different pictures. Maybe international pictures all around the world
Yeah.
because it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So the genre of the interview, it's very popular now. So people like to do interview, people like to do talk show. There's a lot of them. So I don't know how it's in your part of the world, but in my place, it's it's almost almost impossible to follow this because there are so many of them. And it happens. Yeah, it seems like people like to talk.
Look at her. Look at her shoes.
Yeah.
We call these kind of shoes stacks because they have a thick bottom and it makes you look tall.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only tall; it's gonna make you giant.
But
so
honestly, I find her dress and her general outfit very strange for interviewer. It's some kind of a gold, black, everything. So.
It's I would call it old fashioned and maybe modest.
Yeah. So
in other words, she's not dressing sexy. She's not trying to draw attention to her. She's letting the attention be on the interviewee.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So she's dressed very modest, not showing any skin. I'm okay with that for this purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
If she was dressed like this, Arisa, then people would be looking at her instead of Alexei.
Okay, and the last one probably for today, Ahmed, would you like to describe this one?
Okay. This is the new Arisa. The second, I think we can say the second generation or another generation of Arisa, and really I forgot the names for the people. This is yes, this is the assistant or vice for the. This is woman is our assistant for the or the vice for the man. Really, I forgot his name. Okay, and she is controlled or she's controlled the new generation of Arisa.
Yeah. And how would you say handles, right? She
hand controllers.
Hand controllers.
Hand control.
And maybe the gyroscopic. Some controllers, if you tilt or lean it, the 3D motion will make the action respond. So there might be gyroscopic hand controllers. Yeah. She's very skillful at it, right? She can. Yeah.
Vova, do you have such a gyroscopic hand controllers in your house?
No.
No? You have it on your PlayStation. So we have a game, it's called Dance Simulator or something. So you take these handlers and then you dance and then you put your score. How you did in terms of music and everything. So
motion, it tracks the motion. Yeah.
So it's already exists. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so time flies fast. We will skip the rest of the pictures, but the link to this presentation is in our chat. So if you find something interesting, if you want to practice to describe something, if you want to ask a question, please continue.
Stop here just a moment, Ivan.
Yes, please.
Remember Putin and his long tables? Why do Russians like long tables?
I think I can answer. It's actually not a Russian thing, it's a French thing, and it's a thing from the past. So kings used to have this, 1 kilometer long table to sit here and to kind of to deliver a message that I am a special one.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone, if you go to the internet and search on Putin and long tables, you'll see that Putin's got like 20 or 30 different tables and all of them are real long, and he and his guests are sitting like, 20 meters apart. It's funny.
I always wonder why they don't call each other, right?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I have a comment on this, but we are recording, so no thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Nice class. Please write your questions in the chat. So, we see our chat like a continuation of this class. So you can answer any questions. You can raise any points that we can discuss. So use it. It's another resource that you can use in your English journey, as always. And thank you very much. See you next week in this episode number 5. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.